Hello, welcome to Comfortable Shoes Studio. I'm Leslie, and I'm going to do another journal flip through. I filled this, I think, the end of December. Unusually, I forgot to write the end date in. I did write the beginning date in. So this is a sketchbook slash art journal I used closely associated with work. Like I took it with me to work, but I also started using it for videos. So you will recognize a bunch of the stuff in here if you've watched any of my recent videos. So as is typical for me, first page has my name, address, and the start date, 9/24, 24. And I started this out with testing a lot of markers. So we use a lot of paint markers at work, and I was testing that. The Sharpie Creative markers are actually quite nice. They're marker brush pens, really nice, really like how you get a brushy effect, and they layer over one another, quite lovely. These are example pages I used in group for what I call a scribble page or scribble box. It's an exercise I use to test pens, but I also have kids do it. I think I might have scanned this and put it up on my Ko-fi account. A couple of examples of different pens. Just some brainstorming. We did some trace monotypes at work. A little selfie with the Sharpie Creative brush markers. What we call a scribble monster. We make a closed loop scribble and then we pass it around the table and everyone adds one thing to it. So for this one, they added eyes, nose, mouth, legs, feet, hands, and hair. And then behind this guy's head, there's a little story about this dude. So all of the portraits that are in here are drawn from Earth's World on Instagram's page. Little cartoon started from a antique stamp. It's a warm-up exercise. Some found word poetry. I did that with the kids in their journals. Another scribble monster. Snowball fight warm-up. Kindness or support artist trading cards, similar to an affirmation. And I drew some used tea bags, a couple of different ways. And then a more finished drawing, unfinished page, another tea bag, another portrait from Earth's World. There's a whole series of them, I think. Oh yeah, I did the same person in 3 different media. I've been hooked on drawing the same thing over and over again with different media. I have another video that I've got to re-record about that. It's paint swatching, different colors mixed with burnt umber. Another portrait. Oh no, this one's from my own imagination. These are also from imagination. A little cartooning myself. I can't show you that. This is a draw your own draw. I think a character drawing series I did. I think I recorded that here. And what it looks like to draw with different materials. I used that. I think I did a video about it, but I think I also used it as an example at work. Pencils for drawing faces. Another cartoon me. Urban sketch. Some pen testing. Little pixel print. Some more marker testing here. More marker testing. More marker testing. The Hapido poster paint sticks is where I first started with them. Really love them. This portrait is done with them. Also Earth's World. Another Earth's World pick. More Earth's World. Another Earth's World. Another Earth's World. This is where I got into the cartooning in the morning. You got to get back into that. It's a great way to start the day. More of that. Bad guy design. More cartooning. I don't remember. Oh, these are a bunch of Malto paint markers that I picked up on sale, plus some Pitt artist pens. Another cartoon. This page was one I took a scan of and printed off and had the kids make their own cartoons based off of like these blobs, but also this is available on my Ko-fi page. You can download it. Here's a little cartoon thing. This is a print off of this page that I riffed on. Added some paint markers and pit markers and created my own little version. Same thing here. Another cartoon, letting myself just use my imagination. Another found word poem, some pen testing, more cartooning, little spacescape, more cartoon, another cartoon. Did a lot of these cartoons. This one's a collage. This page is all collage stuff. More collage. Another scribble monster. And then I can't remember what we did with this. The kids drew. We passed the sketchbook around and everyone drew something different. More collage, cartoony stuff. Unfinished page. Another scribble box. And then these all have videos to go with them. More watercolor testing. This is the Y++. I couldn't figure out what was going on with that purple. More of that page. This was on YouTube. More testing and then cartooning. Again, this was recorded for YouTube. Never finished this, made it but never finished it. So I get to a point with a sketchbook when I finally get to the end of it, I just don't go back. That was on YouTube. Some notes for potential video, more notes. Did some testing with a comic G-nib. Some notes for a group. And there was one night where I had to stay late at work and lock the building, and I sat down with a book that I found. Someone was throwing it out, and I just drew all of the faces, cartoon faces in it, to just get some thoughts about different ways of drawing cartoony faces. And I used mainly a ballpoint pen, and I think that's a Fude nib. More from that sketch session. Testing some different paper with a comic G-nib. Was kind of surprised at how much I didn't like the Borden O'Reilly Paris paper, which is supposedly made for pen and ink, but the B sketch paper was really nice. That's on YouTube. This is a quote of something someone said to me that I should do. Another scribble box, and this was recorded for YouTube. Some notes for work. These two pages were recorded for YouTube. I did a thing, watched a continuing education thing about social SEO, and figured out some keywords for my videos, blog, and stuff. This was also recorded, I believe, for YouTube. More testing for some paint markers. Here's a face from Earthworld, I believe, with these paint markers. Yeah. Some more cartooning with different materials, thinking about how line quality and weight impacts the feelings of an image. This is more of that tempera sticks or the poster paint sticks, combined with paint markers. Some notes about art journaling, more testing the bee paper that I really, really like, some notes for work that I'm not really ready to have out there, thinking about robots and things, meaning of color and an image, and then this is another Earth's World image, and I did it with ink wash and a fude nib. The ink wash was in a water brush pen. I use that a lot. And then I've been playing around with like taking these people and then turning them into cartoons. So some more Earth's World. And this with the ink wash, I went back into it with chalk, just plain old white chalk, to get some interesting texture in there. And again, with this guy, I believe I did a video on this dude. These are both images from Earth's World. I then took him and created a couple of different cartoon versions of him, which I just think is kind of a fun exercise. You take the features of like someone that looks like that, or from someone from any photo, and then you can kind of make all sorts of different characters from them and vary the feeling of what they look like and who they are. Some more watercolor stuff. These were the presenters for this practical steps to optimizing and strengthening your SEO. These are notes from that presentation. And then these are some work notes that I have blocked out because I'm not sharing that. Some tests for some sort of water-soluble pencil. I am not sure which pencils they were. Usually I label these things. I think these are Inktense, actually. Another Earth's World person. Another little morning cartoon. More morning cartoons. Unfinished page. There's a lot of unfinished pages towards the end of this. More colored pencil testing. These were watercolors that I received in the package with this watercolor palette. I did not like them. These are rainbow colored pencils that I actually like a lot. They're fantastic. I have a lot. They're very inexpensive. I'll put a link down in the description. I've talked about them a couple of times now, but they're a lot of fun. You have like all these different potential color mixes with them. And this is just a page where I was testing them all out, layering the colors and playing with them. And this is a Face from Imagination. Here's a image I made when I was visiting my family over, I'm assuming it was Thanksgiving. And so I did not record this one. This is a face from Earth's World. Some more Earth's World faces. These are markers I was testing out. I was playing with hot and cool colors, just trying to get some variety, some really simplifying the palette. Again, all Earth's World. I got another set of tempera sticks, testing those out. Another unfinished journal page, another unfinished page, a whole bunch of unfinished pages. So this is where I was figuring out which colors I wanted to put into this palette. So I was doing some color mixing just to see what it would look like. Another unfinished comics page, work notes, another Earth's World portrait. Some testing of mixing skin tones from this palette. Made some examples of what word bubbles should look like for kids in group. Some more marker testing. More more notes from work, drew some of my coworkers in the meetings. They know not to sit across from me unless they don't care that their portraits get done. Some more work notes, more watercolor mixing tests, more watercolor mixing tests. I'm not sure which watercolors these were. Usually I label these things, but I think it was just really testing some stuff out. This, I know, was this palette. And I was just trying to see like pale skin tones, pinker skin tones, what do the shadows look like with the different shades of blue. And then I had these brush markers that I got, and here's a portrait from Earth's World that I did with them. More tempera sticks, another Earth's World portrait using these tempera sticks. I don't even remember which brand they are at this point. An idea for a en plein air palette that I'm thinking about making. It's been stuck in my head for a minute. Some information I took about making cohesive art journal pages and page design, some brainstorming. I did not record the making of these, but Omar Wynn did a Patreon hangout, and I took part and used her images. So those were from that Patreon hangout. And then I decided to watch Crime Pays But Botany Doesn't live stream. And that's the dude from Crime Pays But Botany Doesn't. These are just some notes I've made about art journaling and community building. This is my preliminary mind dump and mind map of for my values journaling. Some notes that I made for figuring out how to structure my values journaling videos. Some notes about some local arts orgs, some work stuff, video ideas, and there you have it. And this is a little card that came with my provisional press, and then this is something for work. I always, in all of my sketchbooks, if they don't arrive with a pocket, I always put a pocket in the back of them. So that is this sketchbook. Did write my name on the spine. This sketchbook has stood up pretty well. I'll put a link in the description. It is not my favorite sketchbook that I've ever used. However, they are currently very inexpensive on Amazon. The paper reminds me very much of the Five Below sketchbooks. And if you put them on a watch list, you're going to find them even cheaper than the cost of a Five Below sketchbook. There, at some points, you can get these for like $3 to $4 each if you keep an eye on them. And they do stand up really, really well, particularly if you're sticking mainly to pen and ink and brush markers like this. If you get really juicy with watercolors, everything is just super wrinkled in here because I don't work that carefully. But very sturdy and more than adequate. It's a good size for notes. Fits in a bag really well, but a good size if you're looking for an inexpensive sketchbook. And you can get a 2-pack, a 3-pack, a 5-pack. I use them with the kids because they're a good value. So, and a good value in terms of like sturdiness, but also the number of pages. I mean, it's a thick sketchbook and, decent quality for the price. All right, so anyway, that is what I got for you for that sketchbook flip through. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down or whatever floats your boat. Leave a comment if you have any questions about anything. And if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. And if you really, really like it and you want to get some of this content early, head over to my Ko-fi page where I do a lot more writing and I post images of stuff in process, usually before the videos are processed for YouTube. Link is in the description. Links to these sketchbooks will be in this description. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks and bye.